Hello there, trainees and future trainees. I'm Trainer Kelly of Trainer Kelly's Network and Kelly Mallory of kellymallory.com. I am making a video here on my personal channel. There will be another one next week on Wednesday, and that will be it for a while. I am exhausted, so these videos are going to be pretty low effort on my part. I've just spent the last 2 weeks working about 15-hour days while incorporating this new social media plus YouTube routine. I'm at the point when I feel like I'm gonna start screaming and throwing things. So I'm stopping for right now. Which was my plan anyway. I'm doing exactly what I already planned. So that's fine. I'll be back in a few months though. You'll have one more video next week. But yeah. So this week's topic is about my artwork. I think that's primarily what people know me for. Some of that is definitely my fault because it's usually the first and only thing that I show people. I really wish I could show people my wider body of work. However, trying to show people my stories without there being physical books is awkward and annoying. These trucks today. Anyway. What am I trying to say? Yeah, this might not even be an edited video. You might just get me raw in this. Anyway, yeah, my artwork. I've been doing artwork since I was in 3rd grade. I probably drew prior to then, but it wasn't like as frequent up until I was in 3rd grade. And at that time, I always drew, well, not always, so it was always a mixture of original work and fan art. And whenever I drew fan art, it was, or almost all the time that I drew fan art, it always at the very, very least included a fan character. Usually it was only fan characters. Most people probably know that I have a lot of Pokemon fan characters. A lot of people who've known me for a while know that I have a bunch of Pokemon fan characters. What a lot of people probably don't know is that I actually also had Powerpuff Girl fan characters. In fact, the characters that I was drawing first were Powerpuff Girl fan characters. Now, I literally think my Powerpuff Girl fan characters, I think you can only find them in the notebooks during 3rd grade, maybe 4th. Everything else is either completely, purely my original characters. Stupid stuff in the background. Yeah, they were either my original characters or they were my fan characters for Pokemon. I'm looking at a bullet pointed outline right now. Just to kind of remind me what I wanted to talk about and keep on topic, because I could go off, as you might know in my other videos. There is one memory that I have from 3rd grade when I was drawing, because I was drawing the Powerpuff Girls, and one of my friends from my class, she was like, I can draw the Powerpuff Girls better than you. And she draws the Powerpuff Girls, but she gives them a certain head shape. And I point out to her, I was like, the Powerpuff Girls have round heads. And she just she looked at me stunned and panicked because she realized that I was right. And so even though technically the way that she was drawing was better than me, she also was drawing the Powerpuff Girls wrong. She didn't have the style correct, which made mine better. My Powerpuff Girl drawings were actually pretty good. Are they in this one? Are they in here? Okay, I'm trying to see if I have a notebook here. Lots of Pokemon. I mean, like some Powerpuff Girl drawings here. As is shown over in the Turner Kelly's Network videos, here's a character of mine called Smarty Pants. Actually, like, redrew her over on the Turner Kelly's Network channel. I still think I have the image up on I have the digital version right here of her all colored and stuff. Yeah. Same character. Just 3rd grade, 3 days ago. I actually kind of want to bring Smarty Pants back as a character. I would say that I would rename her, except with my naming conventions, I was like, to be honest, I could probably just keep her Smarty Pants. Like, her first name is Smarty and her last name is Pants. I'll be honest, that's probably what I will just end up doing. Oh yeah, I really like this one. And, like, I'm kind of floored by this one because, like, to me, like, from far away, it does look like the sparkles that are, like, you might not be able to tell, but it's sparkly gel pen on this. And they look similar. I'm floored. Is there not any more Powerpuff Girls in here? I thought there would be way more Powerpuff Girls in here. Yeah, but notebook from 3rd grade. Yeah. As I was saying, I've drawn a mixture of fan work and original characters for a very long time. Around like 2015, I decided to shift focus to my original works, and my fan works pretty much dwindled. I literally think the only fan work I've done like since then, I think besides from like a single fan art I did of one of my Pokemon fan characters, like I did randomly a few years ago. I think the only fan art that I've really done has been for my husband's YouTube channel. And a lot of those were specifically for his videos, so while they are fan art, they fall into that weird like category where they're like fan art, but they're also like not fan art. Because they're for his channel. There was only one single like actual fan art, which he ended up using for as a backdrop for the original soundtrack that he made for one of the songs, which I don't even think is on his YouTube channel right now. He actually removed it, but it's like unlisted or something right now, which is unfortunate. But yeah, even today I still pretty much just draw original artwork. That's all I really want to draw right now. Wouldn't mind drawing my fan characters again, but I'm also so focused in on getting my stuff up just because I'm aware of how much time it takes and is gonna take me to get it all up. Yeah. Like the whole reason why I even like slowed down was because I switched over to focusing on my business, and then I also have like a lot of trauma around artwork. I back in 2008, 2009, I started drawing a lot more artwork for other people, and I started doing art commissions, and they were technically open in 2010, but no one noticed until I updated them with DeviantArt points in 2011. But I found that even like my art commissions, like wasn't really like, it wasn't worth the money. And it just further drove me into like really hating to do artwork and really hating to do artwork for others. But my entire reason behind hating to do a lot of stuff for others is actually that it makes me want to do my own work. I have since then been I have a story commission right now, and I'm actually very much enjoying it. Part of it might be because it's a long time acquaintance of mine, so we're familiar with each other, we respect each other, so that might be helping a lot more. I also think just the writing is easier. But I also don't have the trauma around it. I also, unlike before, where I would be super rigid and not let myself do anything else, I'm letting myself write my own stories, because when I do work for other people, it makes me want to do my work for me. So if I'm doing 8 hours worth of work for someone, like for other people, I need to be also doing at least 8 hours worth of work for me. Like, it's like, actually I technically need like 16 hours worth of work for me, but that's kind of a whole other thing. There's a reason why things like my art commissions and my story commissions are side hustles and not the main business. And it's why my main business is actually a subscription-based service. I mean, you can also buy individually too. You'll see. You'll see when Tony Kelly's network goes up. But yeah, I've been talking for way too long. I guess subscribe to hang out with me. I will see you another day. This video has already gotten too long and I am not editing this, so yeah. Well, I might like minorly edit like the beginning and ending. Anyway, yeah, talk to you later, trainees and future trainees. Bye!